Hey everyone, so I recently posted a self-portrait, just play around and be creative, and it looks something like this. Or maybe like this. Probably much better actually in the photo than on camera. But this video is to show you the truth behind that photo. So in creating that self-portrait, I didn't have much makeup on. I just slapped a little glitter. And I was using Hue's lights, which is what I'm holding right now. So these are Hue's lights. You can change the color and the brightness. So clearly I have orange and I have yellow right here. I've just been playing around with them to see how I could use them for shadowing and highlighting different areas of the face. As you move the lights around. So that was the purpose of my own portrait session, was to see how I could work with these lights. But this video is actually to show more so what goes on in my head in terms of selecting the right photo for glamour photography, and then what features I am analyzing to be the focal point or not the focal point. And what better way to do that than on myself, because you are your harshest critic, and I definitely have my insecurities or things that I do or do not want showing. So here's the reveal all. I'm going to show you what I don't want people to see. All right, so welcome to my editing process. Here is Lightroom. I'm actually on Lightroom 6. I am not as up to date as most photographers, but that is for a reason. We won't get into that today. But here's the self-portrait that I posted of me. And recording this video, I have my multi-cam catcher light over here on the other screen. So that's how I'm recording this. So to start, this was the picture that I chose for a number of reasons. But before we get to that, let's look at why I didn't choose other photos of myself. You are warned, I do look quite dorky. It took many takes because it was not easy. It was quite difficult. So to start, this photo reveals something about myself that I am very self-conscious about when I do head-on photos. And the fact is that my nose is crooked. It's much more clearer in this lighting because you can see how the color blue is bending with my nose. So if this was a client, I would probably recognize this asymmetry going on. And don't get me wrong, all beauties is in all bodies and faces. Everyone's gorgeous. Everyone's beautiful in their own way. But glamour photography is to pick the best features that we have and make those the focus. So for me, I do not want my nose to be the focus here. It still may be a great photo. Some may disagree. But for my insecurity, I did not pick it because of my crooked nose. So that's the reason behind that. Another runner-up I had of my own was kind of this one, but you always have to look for the deer in the headlights kind of look, and I feel like I'm tipping on the iceberg there. My eyes are slightly too aware, too wild. So the expression of someone's eyes in a photo are extremely important. This one I tried doing the look away approach, but just wasn't a fan. And you could, before any editing has gone into place, you can actually see some of my wrinkles in my skin, my moles. So something to see before we get to the editing process. But the other thing I did not quite like about this photo was probably how much focus there was, more so on my forehead and hair, rather than going down. And if I were to crop it, I just feel like it would just not look right. So that's the reason for that one. This one, the camera focused mainly on the bottom part of my face. And I felt like this might have been a bit too sensual for my own taste. Although not to say that this one isn't, but this one's a bit more calm and relaxed. So in terms of editing, I didn't do a whole lot on myself compared to what I do for some clients who might have a lot of acne or are self-conscious about their wrinkles or need root touch-ups. So in retrospect, I didn't do a whole lot, but The smallest things can make a difference. So to go over the changes I made, let me put it into the before and after view. So on the left, you can see that the orange color is quite saturated, and the blue is a lot more faint, bluish purple, compared to what I edited it into. Now, if we zoom in on my own skin, woo, that's a super zoom. Let's let it load. And we're going to zoom out a little bit. Jeez, you guys can see almost at my nose. So I am a very moly person. Very moly. I'm covered in moles. So many moles, in fact, that I have to get like 10 removed a year at this point. That's what I'm going on, because of melanoma. Don't be too concerned. Don't worry. But so I just don't like my moles, and that's just me. I edited my moles out of all of my wedding photos. And moles are beautiful. Yes, moles are great, but I just don't like my moles. That's okay. That's my personal opinion on me. Nobody else. But so I took those out. I took out my moles. And I also did a little bit of a skin smoothing. So it doesn't look as porous. And that gives it that soft look. The other thing that I did, it's ever so slight, is on my teeth. I slightly brighten them ever so slightly, so it's not unnatural. But I do teeth whitening strips. So I hope you can tell. So zooming back out, the other thing that, let's see did I take it out of here? Let's see. So if you look at this spot, right where my cursor is, actually that's where I had a mole removed. So it's all scar tissue. So I actually did a little blip, take that out. No one would probably even know, but I know it's there. So I took it out. And to go over the glitter and the eyes, I always add clarity to things that I think a good shine would be just a little more pop to. So I did add clarity to the glitter on my face. It's slight, it's not major. And then sharpening and adding clarity to brows and lashes and parts of the hair that you want being shown. That's exactly what I did here. So that's the reveal about this self-portrait. Remember, my nose is crooked, so I didn't go for that. And there were lots of other worse photos that I took of me. I had a whole batch of rejects that I already deleted out of 50 some photos, but here's a view of how dorky you can look when you're trying to get the right shot. And I'm not a model, I'm the photographer, so it takes me some practice. I'm not like this person that maybe this gives off. But clearly, tilting my head to the side doesn't show that my nose is crooked. Took my moles away, smoothed my skin, brightened up the glitter, and sharpened the false lashes that I'm wearing. So that's the summary. And then if you are a glitter person like me, I have lots of glitter. I love glitter. I use American Body Art, the Pixie paint. I have a really small container, but you just put a little dab, smush, smush here, and you're set to go. So thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this reveal, please subscribe on YouTube, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is, I'm there. So thanks, guys.